Hey everybody, welcome back to SmashPad's Games of the Year for 2013. We're doing a countdown now, and we're on number 8, Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. This is the newest level 5 game from the guys that made Dark Cloud, Dragon Quest 8, Dragon Quest 9. What else they make? White Knight Chronicles and all the Professor Layton games. Um, okay, just went over to this intro. So we'll continue on. This is their newest JRPG, specifically partnered with Studio Ghibli, who made the Princess Mononoke, My Neighbor Totoro, Howl's Moving Castle, all sorts of really good anime movies. And so, as you can see here, we are playing. Let's see, where am I at? Okay, I'm at the top of this mountain. So yeah, this is a JRPG. Stars, I believe Oliver. Yep, Oliver. Esther is my partner. Right now, there's going to be a third one coming at some point, about 15 hours into the game. I'm particularly here looking at doing some side quest stuff, but we're going to head back onto the main campaign trail as best I can. This is a JRPG, obviously from a team that has a lot of experience making good, if not great, JRPGs. I believe White Knight Chronicles is probably the biggest misstep they've done. Even still, it was a pretty good game, sort of taking cues from like Final Fantasy 12. Enjoyed that a lot. So here's the combat. So here I can switch over to either one as the main, so I'll call it these familiars, which we'll just stick with Mighty here. Essentially, yeah, we took him out. It's kind of a mix of like Grandia meets Tales, something like that, where you can call out these familiars, or you can play as Oliver, Esther themselves and cast spells and attacks like that. It's not particularly useful because they're more spellcasters. Oliver specifically is a wizard. Esther has her own stuff. But you can run around this battlefield, specifically avoid attacks for the most part, specifically for range stuff. But there are some attacks that are sort of more melee focused that sort of lock on that you can't really avoid. So we're here in the overworld, actually pretty far from where we start. See if we can run away from this guy. I think we will. So where do I want to go? Let me check the journal real quick. So these are a bunch of the side quests we've gotten. We've got a bunch of bounty quests. Let me go to active stuff. Okay. Yeah, these are all side quest stuff. Oh yeah, this is all story stuff. Let's see. Yeah, we successfully prevented this mount from erupting. Okay, we're on to Castaway Cove, which is that star on the map up there. Where's the map at? Thought I had a better view of the map. Oh well. So I've been doing side quests, so I've essentially been grinding a bit. I'm powerful enough that enemies are running away from me. So that's a cool thing especially for this video. So you guys don't have to see me run into combat all of the time. So the story. The game very much begins sort sort of with a melancholy note, as Oliver is in the real world, and he's with one of his friends. They sort of build a car, sort of want to go on a joyride with that. And it ends up with Oliver nearly drowning. His mother saves him at the expense of her own life, uh, which of course is a very sad thing to start off with. Uh, and sort of as Oliver is sort of grieving for the loss of his mother, this little fairy here, Drippy, who is a toy in his world, is sort of brought to life and sort of gets him to at least
Here we go.
come to terms with his loss a bit better than they had done, that he was doing on his own. So he takes him over to this world and sort of finds out that, or tells him that there's a way to bring his mother back. This world is sort of has alter ego versions of every person in the real world. And so his mother very well may still be alive in this world. And so he's on the search for that. And it also comes to light that he very well may be the boy who will save the world. So, not exactly the most original story ideas, but they do it pretty well here.
Under attack.
And so the combat, as you can see, it's not sort of as sort of random as, in a lot of JRPGs. You can run into the guys here, and once you level up to a certain point, you drive away weaker enemies, so you're not forced to fight for the entirety of your time here, but you are forced to fight a lot. So where are we going? We're going down here. Okay, I see there's a town down here. So we head over to this world. We start in a sort of kingdom. So there are a lot of interesting mechanics that are at play. So you got this familiar system, which is very much Pokemon. You can sort of recruit these familiars, and they have 3 forms. They can evolve into 2 additional forms, gain more powers and all that sort of stuff. Or you can try to keep them at their same form and get them more powerful there. All Pokemon-esque stuff. Oh yeah, we'll go over to my familiars. So we got these 3 here. Once they reach a certain point, you feed them a special item over here in the creature cage that will all these sun drops, moon drops, star drops. You feed them the drop that corresponds to their icons right next to their level there, and sort of they will evolve. They start over at level 1, but as you fight, they will level up quicker because they're more powerful than their levels that suggest. So
Stay calm now.
there's a lot of stuff that goes into here. Sort of that whole creature cage is a way for you to be able to feed your familiars to increase their stats as you pick up stuff along the way. So that's another element there. You pick up equipment that you give to the familiars themselves to make them more powerful. Eventually we get over this town. Okay, here we go. Castaway Cove. Another mechanic is the brokenhearted, which are people who have lost sort of a piece of their heart.
Jeepers.
Okay, I'll show you a bit of this cutscene. See, the gorgeous art style. Gorgeous 3D art style. Studio Ghibli helped them with the art style very much. Stoop. Okay, and one of the disappointing things is there's not full voice acting on every single piece of text. Especially when you're doing things like this. I could understand it just in sort of normal text where nobody's really... Well, there's no cutscenes or anything. Okay, thief. That guy is the third character. I've seen a bit of him in the introduction stuff. But yeah, this game just looks really good. The animation's great. As you can see, Drippy there, his nose sort of flopping around. You know, the art style does a really good job of conveying sort of the Studio Ghibli art style, sort of bringing it to 3D, which is great. Drippy has sort of a Welsh accent. So that's sort of the way they did all the text here. So you're, and all that sort of affectations to their accent are sort of all accounted for in the text. So if you play Dragon Quest VIII and you didn't like how, oh, I forget what his name is, the one guy on your team who spoke with a really thick accent, and his text all fit with that accent, made it a little hard to read. If you didn't like that stuff, you know, you're not going to like Drippy's stuff here. So we can talk to these people. You know, much like Dragon Quest VIII, they have little happy face icons on here when you can talk to them. There's a lot of quests on here. If you see the map up there in the top right, anybody that's sort of glowing blue, that's a side quest person. Or glowing green, I guess. Or glowing blue. Oh yeah, this green means these people are brokenhearted. Oh no, they're not brokenhearted. These people have excess heart. And she's got excess kindness. So we're basically saying, hey, we'll take this kindness off of you. You got a bit too much, so we're going to take her heart. And boom. Now there's somebody in this town that is brokenhearted and needs more kindness. So there's probably somebody being a jerk around here, so we can give them that kindness and return them back to normal. Sort of side quest stuff, but it's a really cool little mechanic in sort of this world that is very much sweet, very much charming, and that sort of stuff. So you're expecting darkness. There's probably some in here. Guilders. I'm not sure where exactly I'm going. Oh yeah, this guy is a taskmaster who keeps track of all the bounties and all that stuff. We can claim merit awards. As you do side quests, you get stamps that fills up one of these cards here. Essentially like all of the things you can get at like gas stations and all that, where you buy, you know, 5 cups of pop. You know, you get one free. This is sort of the similar thing applied to upgrades. Adds like little upgrades, nothing big like jumping. This is not useful, but fun. Allows us to run faster over in the overworld, so you know, makes foraging more fruitful. That sort of stuff. Really small bonuses, but adds a little bit of use, yeah. So I can jump. Like that, boom. Doesn't really do anything. Ooh, we got Sweetie Pie. So yeah, that guy ran off. I don't know where to. Oh yeah. There's shops around here. These things, which I just got in the trials that we took before we went up to the mountain. We can drop off familiars here. This is how you are sort of able to capture a bunch of familiars. But you can only carry, let's see, 3 for each person, and I think 3 extras beyond that. So with the third party member, it'll be up to 12 total. We can retrieve them all here. I got various different types. They all come with really punny names. Like here's a little bandit dude named Bendit. Here's a little tiger cub thing called Tiggles. A fire demon thing called Bernie Boo. Yeah, it's overly sweet names for all this stuff. Boggly Simeon, that's the weirder name. Sid the little fairy. You know, very much like the Ghibli movies, you know, very sweet, very endearing, all that sort of stuff. Okay, we got another chest here. And very much this game is supposed to be really long. I am 15 hours in. You know, I'm just getting to my 3rd party member. Sealed by some magic, but I might actually have a spell to do that. Spring lock. There we go. Fish burger. Okay. This thing's glowing, so somebody here... Okay, that one has too much courage. Unfortunately, I can only carry 1 piece of heart at a time. Here's a side quest dude. We're just gonna move on. Okay, start some story. Oh, he's cursing. What I stole. Great big pot, of course. Oh, I bet this is gonna be a crafting pot.
What do I want with this piece of rubbish? If you want it, it's yours. I'm sure it will make you very happy. See ya!
Yes, you got a little bit of voice there, which was nice, but then the rest of it's just text. You obtained a peculiar pot. Alright. Drippy's carrying it for us. Okay, that's cool. Let's head back. Take it back to him. Yeah, that guy with the side quest might actually be one of the ones that wants, that needs our courage. I believe it's all within the same town is what needs that stuff. Unfortunately, one of the bigger issues I have is that there's no sort of fast travel. You have to run through that overworld to get to the next town. Which I believe I've read eventually you get something. Like at this point, if I want to go to the first town I was in, it takes a few minutes because I have to go through actually a dungeon before to get to the other side of it and over to that part of the world. Which is why it's probably a few hours earlier in terms of this game. I went back over there, completed all the side quests over there, and came back over. So I had no other reason to go back here. Alright, try it will not open. Can't use it. Now you are pretending you are doing us a favor, giving it to us. What's going on, Mun? And I believe we get a ship to sail around, which is probably more of a JRPG style ship. So it's not like Assassin's Creed 4 or anything like that. So I think we are at our time. This is Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch. Really fun game. Uh, it's a shame that it's really rare that we get these sort of games on consoles anymore. You know, this generation's been like Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey, a couple of Tales games, White Knight Chronicles, this Final Fantasy. Not a ton compared to like the PS2 generation where you had a ton of great JRPGs. That market has moved over to the PSP, the 3DS, the DS, the Vita, and because that's where the audience is for where these games are made. Yeah, there's something wrong with this pot, but I don't think you guys will find out. So this is our number 8 game of the year. Number 7. Actually, we will not have a video for number 7 because I cannot capture that device. So tune in onto SmashPad.com to find out what it is and hear more about why it's such a good game. Made it onto number 7. And I think I will see you guys over on number 6, which will be the next video you have. Thanks for watching this, and we'll see you next to the next game. Thank you.